In the past decade, Australians have bought more than 11 million bicycles. That's 2 million more two-wheelers purchased than motor cars. And according to this year's State of Australian Cities report, those new bikes aren't just leaning against the garage wall. On a per capita basis, car use has fallen by about 1%, and Australians are cycling more. Commuters are also opting for more public transport or even setting out on foot.
The Commonwealth is back in the game of cities.
This is the second cities report prepared by the federal government assessing the productivity, sustainability and livability of Australia's 18 biggest cities. It was released in Brisbane today by Transport and Infrastructure Minister Anthony Albanese.
So there's some very positive things coming out of this report, but there's obviously much more needs to be done. What we've done is produce the evidence. The evidence is there now for the Commonwealth to work with states, territories and with local government and with communities to make our cities even better places to live.
Helping to beat our heavy reliance on the car, the fact that Australians are tending to live closer to where they work, making other commuting options more accessible. Most new jobs are emerging in the outer suburbs of cities. Nationally, there's a shortage of 200,000 new homes, and the shortage is most acute in Australia's biggest city, Sydney. That may account for why Melbourne is growing faster than Sydney, but Perth and Brisbane are still seeing the fastest growth as younger and older Australians head north and westwards in search of cheaper housing and less congestion.
Well, I think if you look at our cities, there are a lot of places where you have housing without proper transport infrastructure, without employment opportunities, with consequences not just for the economic productivity of those areas, but also real social consequences as well.
Environmentalists will be heartened to learn that air quality in cities is improving and Australians are using less energy and water and cutting their household waste. Canberra and Adelaide, meanwhile, are home to the nation's best recyclers, reusing 70% of household waste. Those in Perth are the worst, where the recycling rate is just 40%, but that's a big improvement on past years. Nick Grimm, ABC News.